get on the left side. That right here.
They knew what they wanted.
We got true comedian people. Oh, what is going on, everybody? What's going on, man? We got a little bit of late night. Scotty had to get home from work, but we're gonna let that detour us because this week we gotta talk the much anticipated Transformers. So we're gonna talk about that. Also gonna talk Wednesday. We're gonna update you with our watch list of what's going on.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, we got stuff to get to. So let's go ahead and get this out the way. Scotty, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling much better. Excuse me, the food. I'm starving.
Yeah,
man. Look, I eat all day, but I'm feeling much better. I'm excited to talk about this Transformers on Wednesday. Last time we filmed, I was exhausted, like I was falling asleep here. I'm wide awake. Had my fake coffee with no sugar. I'm good. Let's go. How are you feeling? How's Manassas? It's cold over there?
I'm not there, but it's all good. You know, I'm not too bad. Actually, it's not pretty nice today, so I'm chilling, man. But
it's nice where?
It's nice where I'm at. But yeah, man. So again, welcome to Minor League Films. Sure, while you're here, you like, subscribe, hit that bell, comment, let you know what you want us to watch. We're actually reviewing something somebody want us to watch, so we do listen. We do like to talk about it, and we like to talk movies, man. So you want to have movies, have a good time, go ahead and check in with us. So it's open field where we just have some open dialogue and, you know, talk about whatever we want. Hey, my guys is in here. Watching on playback. That's crazy. What's good, fellas? I'll try to entertain the crowd here. What's good, Chris? I'm sure you got Ron in there because Ron is the most committed streamer I've ever seen. He'd be there every night on playback. So best day of media on playback. We watched The Bachelor over there. If you want to come watch it with us live, it's a great time. We also watch live sports, kind of really anything on YouTube, whatever we kind of want. So make sure you join us over there. I'll put the link in. I have a link, so I will show it later, but put the link in there. But yeah, man. So first, Scotty, we're going to start with Wednesday. We'll do that first like 10 minutes or so. And then we got a lot to talk about with Transformers. Man, it's like a series that has been a thorn in my side for a while. People ask why you hate Transformers. So I'm going to tell you why I despise it. You don't like it really much either.
No, not that. After number one, it went way down. Like, and it kept going down. Like, you thought 2 was the worst it can get, then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. So no, I feel you on that one. So we'll get into that. But yeah, man. So let's go ahead and knock Wednesday out. So Wednesday, Netflix show starring our girl.
Look. This is what I said. I said today is Thursday. What are you talking about? But I got you. We talking about the show.
Yeah, we got a true comedian in here. Oh man, yeah. So I did not finish Wednesday. I am 1/3 the way in, but I had a good enough to get a feel of the show. Scotty did finish it. I know most people finished it. So if he says something spoiler, it ain't gonna bother me. I'm gonna finish the show anyway, because starting off, I'm starting to get a good feel about it and I like it. But so Scotty, you've seen the whole thing, so I'll let you open. Give me your general feel about Wednesday.
I was not excited to watch the show when I first watched it. I watched it because my friend Jamal just kept talking about it. He's like, "Oh, you didn't see that Wednesday show? Oh, Wednesday? You ain't see that show? Oh, you got to see Wednesday." I said, "All right, let me go ahead and watch this show about the one member of the Addams family that I didn't like." Because for me, it's all about Cousin It. You know, Cousin It couldn't be messed with at all. Nobody ever messed with Cousin It in the show. And Lurch is a man. I started watching this show, and I fell in love with the show pretty much right away. Like, Jenna Ortega, the main character that plays Wednesday, is pretty much like she is the scream queen of that generation. Like, you know how like Jamie Lee Curtis was probably the generation before us, and then we had
horror movie got she's in.
Then we got Sydney and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, but Jenna Ortega said a lot of times that she prefers to only do like horror movies and horror shows. That she likes doing the most. And you can see that in this show. Like, she's very convincing as the weird, awkward, murderous Wednesday Addams. And she fits right in with her family and nobody else. So I really enjoyed it. Every scene she was in, she pretty much killed it. You know, the scenes that other people that are weird and shit. I don't want to give it away for you since you don't watch nothing. But they
you can talk a little bit. I'll go watch it, bro. Bro, see, bro, you gotta chill.
You don't watch nothing. I ain't worried about it.
You a fool. We're not going, bro. I just saw that picture. I saw that picture of Jenny Ortega from the movie X. And she had the underwear on, bro. She looked like a child, bro. I'm like, dear Jesus, she's so small.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I got the feel about it. I watched a couple episodes and I wrote down some notes for me. When it started out, I was a little like, let me see. Why are you laughing so hard?
I'm sorry. When you said the grip, that killed me.
That was the funniest thing you heard all week, bro. You couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, man. So I started out and I wrote some notes down. First of all, we open with this show, man. I would just go through it a little bit. We open with this show. Wednesday is trying to kill somebody. And I'm like, okay, she should be in jail right off the bat. Like, and they get later in the show and it was like, we got to change schools because that boy's family thought about pressing charges. And I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works.
Got a good lawyer.
A criminal offense from the county, but whatever you say. But yeah, so starts off there and then gets later where she starts to switch schools and get into the school with all kind of creatures, I guess, different kind of creatures that they have that are different and don't quite fit in a small town next there, so they can kind of hide it. So my overall feels of the show is like, I like Jenny Ortega's Wednesday. I think it's an awesome casting. I think she fits the role well. And her and do you know that girl's name, the black actor that kind of the queen bee at the school?
No, I don't know her name, but she's also good at everything she's in as well. And I forgot her name.
Those two are awesome together. When they get their dialogue moments, like they are awesome going back and forth. So I really like them. I haven't got a feel of the guys yet, even though Wednesday coming in and she pulling bait like all the dudes see Wednesday as soon as she get to the school. So I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess so. It's cool, but yeah. So I honestly I like feel about it. The only thing something that's got on my nerve is Wednesday has a quip for everything. So it's like for everything, she's got a little response to it. I feel like they do that a little too much, to the point where like it's not as effective if you're going to keep doing it over and over again. So, and some of her remarks like back really quickly are very clever. So I like it, but just like I wish they would tone that down a little bit. That CG creature they had in the first episode the first episode was awful. Good Lord.
Don't do that.
I was like, don't do that. Like, if you don't have the budget, just don't do it. I'm trying to see what also Thing too. Thing, man, I love Thing, man. He's mad cool. So I love his design. He's got the stitches on his hands, so he's dope. So I do like Thing in there, and for the most other than that, the only thing was like they were going into the lair in the second episode, and all she had to do was snap. And I'm just like, okay, anybody can open this lair because you can accidentally snap walking by.
Only the family snap opens the door, man. You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, apparently, if you don't get that right, it don't open. So I was like, that's a little goofy.
Yeah, you gotta get it right.
But yeah, I haven't seen too much, but for the most part, like I'm liking it too far. I've heard from it's all right to it's good, but so far I like the character choices and all that. So I'm liking it. Not bad at all. So obviously you have a good feel on it. So since you've seen the whole show, what would you rate it?
Yeah, I give it a home run. Yeah, I give it a
home run. That's the highest rating you got.
That's all. I mean, I was going to say price of admission, but I think it's to take an old school character that let's just be honest. No one cares about the Addams Family and Wednesday throughout like the 80s and 90s when they haven't had anything except for goths, emo chicks, and people of the underworld. Those are the only three categories on Earth that cared about that.
It's a home run in the small part. Wait, you on silent?
It make everybody like it. It's crazy. So that's a good thing because I liked it. Like I said, I had no desire to watch this show. My friend said it like he would just slide it in mid text message. We'd be talking about working out. He'd be like, "Yeah, that Wednesday show." Though. I'm like, "All right, listen, I'm gonna watch it."
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I would say so far from what I've seen, price of admission, but there's a lot to be revealed that I haven't seen. But home run for you, home run is the best score we have. It's just an out of park show. So
And you
rated,
know, I don't do that for a lot of shows. You know, I love to hate, but I
yeah.
don't hate the
That's
show.
right. Gary said home run in a small park. There you go. So obviously he liked it too. He told me to watch it. So so yeah, man. No, I think it's dope. And I'm excited to see what comes next. So when I finish it, we'll come and we'll talk a little more about it. We'll dive in another open field and just give then we would talk some spoilers, kind of get into it. But y'all asked me to watch it, so I started it. I got as much as I could, fitting in everything else I had going on. So I'm liking it so far. All right. So Wednesday, get thumb up from me and thumbs up from him. Now let's hop into
Let me put my glasses on. Hold on, let me put my glasses for this one.
Dear Jesus.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay, so by now, everyone in the world has probably seen multiple Transformers movies. And for a long time, being a movie aficionado, as I call myself, Transformers was a series that it has haunted me to this day. And the worst part is like, so my parents really love Transformers for some odd reason. So every time one comes out, they're like, Darian, we're going to see Transformers. I'm like, all right, have a good time. No, you're coming. We bought you a ticket already. I was just like, dear Jesus, people. So Transformers, man. So, okay, so let's rewind the clock and we'll start back. So 2007, Transformers, the first Transformers came out. Right, first Transformers came out. Went to see it. Man, like as far as turning a movie or a cartoon into a movie, I think they did a fantastic job. First Transformers, I love the first Transformers. I'm gonna be lie. This is why later on I get so upset. First Transformers was an awesome movie. I thought the way the Transformers look was cool. I thought the story was pretty good. I thought it was a really good fans movie. So a lot of people had fun with it, and I really enjoyed it. Like honestly, one of my better movie theater experience throughout the year. It was one of the better ones for that time because I had so much fun going to see that movie with my family. I thought the comedy was pretty well done. There was it. So like later on, it gets way goofy. But I thought the first Transformers, what I liked about it was they put in like really good actors to do the comedic bits that they want to do. So if you remember, they had Bernie Mac and also Anthony Anderson that did a lot of clips where later on they just have normal actors who weren't as comedic. It can't pull them off as well, do them. But that's why that movie didn't bother me so much. Like Bernie Mac with his car scene, he does that really well. And also Anthony Anderson, I'll show a clip of him later, but I think they do it really well. But we are starting into our robot universe with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, who really burst on the scene, her fine ass first movie, bro. So really burst on the scene and obviously had their little love story and all that. But everything really worked for me, and I like the action and all that. So how did you feel about that first movie?
I think the first one obviously is the best one. Like I like every not only that, I was a Transformers geek too. I'm a comic book geek. So I always read the Transformers books when they were in IDW and they were in Marvel for a little while. When they even did all the robots right, which really impressed me because like I'm used to seeing on the cartoons they try to do them the same every time, and the movie they were not completely different, but they were more like the book. So I was actually impressed that I was like, oh, Michael Bay read a book. That's crazy. So I was impressed with that it wasn't like an overabundance of action. Like you got some story of the Transformers backstory. It wasn't every scene something blowing up. And then there was the comedy made sense. Like it wasn't just like a superhero movie where there's danger everywhere, everyone's dying, and someone says, yeah, it's time to make a joke. This will lighten the mood. No, like it was a joke like in private when there's not a whole bunch of danger, or you might see Tyrese doing something stupid, but it looks like he doesn't mean to do something stupid.
Yeah, Tyrese could pull up. You killing me, bro. Y'all stop. Hey, there's no more grip in the chat. Move the combo forward. But I'm with Gary. Yeah, the first one that it hit, man, I really liked it. And the thing I liked about it most is not only seeing how well they did the robots, but being able to look through the lens of Shia LaBeouf and seeing him in awe of like kind of this new universe he's walking in. And that part was really cool, just to see him going into this world. And obviously he had a baddie beside him, so that would help. But just them experiencing these robots for the first time and kind of going through it, and that whole experience and the action scenes were done well, scored well with music. Because Linkin Park used to bring the heat. People forgot about Linkin Park. They used to bring the heat with these movies. They put out great songs for these movies, which how much I talked about how good you score a trailer gets you excited for the movie. It did. So that first one, man. And then when I talked about how well they did the comedic scenes, I'm gonna bring up a clip of Anthony Anderson here. So like this is one of the scenes when they get caught later.
So they put the plate of donuts out here to test your guilt. If you don't touch it, you're guilty. I ate the whole plate. The whole plate.
Yeah, so he's funny, and then later on,
She did it! She did it! She's the one you want! All right, I was just sitting at home watching cartoons, playing video games with my cousin, and she came in there.
Flynn,
all right?
you're free.
Hey, I am not going to jail for you.
so yeah, man, it's a lot of silly humor in there like that. But but yeah, man. So really enjoyed it all the way down through. So the first one, man, it would have been a home run movie for me. I mean, maybe it's price of admission because there's a little bit of goofiness in there, but like as far as experience, man, you go to theater, that was a great experience. It would have been a home run movie for me. Where would you have rated? You the same?
Yeah, I give it a home run. Even the stuff that was goofy, I didn't mind. Like his parents are just the epitome of goofy. Shia LaBeouf's parents in the movie, they are goofy as hell.
Yeah.
And every single scene, there's not a single moment of that movie they're not being goofy. It's great. But I like every character in the movie. I even like Tyrese, and at that time I got tired of seeing Tyrese in anything. One Night in Paris, is that the one with John Travolta in it?
I don't remember. No, isn't that from France with Love or from Paris? No, it's Paris with Love.
Paris with Love. I don't remember One Night in Paris.
Yeah, we'll write that down.
It's like a sex tape.
Yeah, I'll say that's probably a sex tape to be honest.
Oh, that's a sex tape of Paris Hilton.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure
agree on that.
Y'all stupid. Yeah, man. So so that was the first one. First one, cool, solid. You ain't gonna get no problems for us.
Oh,
so,
hold on. I got something for the first one. It ain't a problem, but I'm gonna make it a problem. All right. I just gotta show one thing. I'm just gonna make this a problem real quick. So this right here is when your boy was getting his ass.
They deserve to choose for themselves, and you will die with them.
Look at this. See it? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he's getting beat up, but
getting beat up. See, and that's why I like the first movie mainly, because I'm like, come on now, Megatron get it in.
Nah, I agree.
It made sense. Like they had a whole villain, and we don't see that in the rest of the series as much. You know what I mean? You know how I feel about villains. If the villain is bad, I just lose all interest in the movie. I lose all interest in the movie. Like if the villain comes in there, like I'll give an example, like Avengers 2. Ultron came in there talking big shit. They whooped his ass. And barely any of the heroes got touched all movie. They came in there and just beat not just his ass, all 1,000 of his asses.
Yeah.
So if I see stuff like that, I'm like, I lost interest in the whole movie. I don't care. You know what I mean? But then we get stuff like this.
Join the medics. Think so.
Oh shit. Oh, what was that? Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cool action show. Like I thought the action was done really well. So
yeah, Hugo Weaving was playing the voice, and they got voice of Megatron. They got Peter Cullen to play the voice of Optimus Prime, which I didn't think they would do that.
Yeah, the original Optimus Prime voice.
Yeah, I didn't think that he was going to do that because he had stopped playing Optimus Prime for a while. He just had someone that kind of sounded like him, but that actually put him.
You put together a good movie, you get him to come. You start putting together bad movies, he's like, I quit. So
that was my highlight of the first movie. I was like, wow, how are they going to stop this? And of course, they ended up stopping them because the humans cannot be killed for some reason.
Yeah. So first movie, we're pretty solid there. We liked it. We really enjoyed it. So then we get to our second one. It's like, yo, Going to second Transformers. We knew other Transformers was coming. Let's run it back. Everybody's excited for that. And then, Scotty, we start our trend. We start our trend of this is basically what they say. From the second movie on, it's basically this. Hey, y'all remember that all that stuff we told you in the first one about the origin of the Transformers movies? We lied. That was BS. Okay. What really happened was
Before.
the Transformers were here before. So all that stuff we told you about how their origins and all that came, they lied. We actually met them before that. So let's change the story up a little bit. Okay. So I could deal with that. It's an opening. I don't know where the movie is going. And then we start, Scotty, start to get to the silliness. So they bring all our characters back, bring the cast back. And I think that's one thing with movies. You got to continue. When you establish that cast, you got to continue to bring them back because it's just chemistry for the movie. And that's what works well. And I give Transformers credit. They do that. But but man, we started to really, yeah, pretty much. That's what happened. Everyone came back. The first orgy was good. So we moved to the second one. Second one wasn't so good. Why? Because we have silliness like this. Now, this girl on the left, she fine as hell. She'd probably be good for an orgy, but not in this movie because, Scotty, what do? They open up the second one. Shia LaBeouf is having these visions, right? You know, he's having these visions. He's like, oh, I'm seeing stuff. I'm writing out symbols because they had a cube in the first one that got destroyed, and that is what gave the Transformers life. So he starts having these visions. So, Scotty, what do? They know they got to go after Shia LaBeouf and get the designs from his head so they can bring back the cube. So they send in your girl right here, who is also a robot. She is also where does this come from? Nobody knows. And Darian, why do you have a problem with this? Why do I have a problem with this? Is because if you can do this, why are you chasing this little kid around? You could have took over the entire country if you got a robot that can fit in with humans and go places and no one knows the difference.
Yeah.
Why can't you make a model of the president, kill the president, take over the whole U.S.?
Not only that, they knew where Shia LaBeouf was at all times in this movie. So instead of enrolling this girl in school and paying for tuition and having her take classes, they could have just went to his house, grabbed him, and flew him away. Like, she's in school. She got a higher grade point average than most kids. She
has to hold a cover. You can just snatch him up. What are they going to do? The school security going to show up and say, hey, you put Mr. LaBeouf down. Like, no, there's no reason for that silliness. Like, that right there, when I saw that in the first, I think it's 2009. I saw that in the first 30 minutes. I'm sitting there like, what? What does this have to do with anything? So they kidnap Shia LaBeouf. They beat her up and kill her, and then basically had to kidnap Shia LaBeouf later to bring Megatron back and all that. But starting off the movie right there, it was already goofy from the beginning, and then they get a little back on track with some action. Optimus Prime gets his ass blown up. Whatever, he dies. I don't even have the clip, but don't they? Is this the one where they kidnap his parents?
Yeah, they kidnap. Now that made sense. I was okay with that part. They kidnapped his parents, but this goes back to what I'm saying. They knew where he was living. I don't understand this. They knew where he was at all times. So they just wanted him. She just wanted to take some classes, apparently. I don't know what's going on. And she was fine.
But the thing is, so those clips that like Anthony Anderson and Bernie Mac was doing in the first one, these little like clips of comedy that really worked and they did well. In the second one, they really do not. They have a teacher making like sexual assault gags to students in the middle of class. They have like this frat boy humor. Honestly, one of them made me laugh where he was like, where'd he go to get you a tighter shirt when the dude had the polo in? That made me laugh. But it just a lot of these little clips doesn't make sense. Also, you have Megatron who can just talk to the world like a supervillain. They have one where he just hacks and shows up.
No. That made sense. That part made sense. because
Well, I get it, but it's like you having all these resources, like you should be doing more important stuff than this. Like I get why he did it, but it's just like if you can do that, what are we doing here? If you have robots enrolled in
yeah,
school, what are we doing here? And it just gets silly and this bad humor, and you start to get the Michael Bay gags of hold on, let me find it here. Where did I put it?
but what?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it.
Itchy, wretched, rusty, my arm.
Yeah, he just falling apart. They run into this robot in the Aerospace Museum, and he just falling apart
Yeah,
for no reason.
And Jetfire was one of my favorites as a kid. He was like the first Autobot that was flying.
Yeah, but hey, people, that's not even the worst.
Nah,
of this film. It's
gotta
not
be.
even close. So, Scotty, I'll let you go, man. Go ahead.
This ain't even that. Oh, it is. It is. I'm
To be
sorry.
honest, what I talked about was silly, but it wasn't even that bad. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I am directly below. The enemy screwed him.
Yeah, they're showing
Why?
off robots.
Why? And that was devastating. He was like one of the strongest robots for a long time. A long
Man.
time. And they kind of like started a fight. And they started a fight with these guys.
Oh man, you thought we forgot, but no, we did not forget about the two racist robots with gold teeth that can't.
Look how racist. Now the dude on the left has no bottom lip, but has a gold tooth that constantly falls out. The one on the right has a lazy eye and has huge lips, and they talk like they're from California and like an LA gang, California. The whole movie.
Oh, and
It's crazy.
remember, they can't read.
Oh yeah, they can't read either. I forgot about that. That's
They
ridiculous.
can't read. They're over there. They can't. They're like, can you read that and translate? Oh, we can't read. Like it, bro. It following the movie with them. It was a stereotypical nightmare. I'm like, dear Jesus,
That was awful.
that was horrible. That robot fight that you just seen, where them two get in, we don't even know how that ends.
It just stops. Like they start fighting Devastator. They start taking him apart. The next scene, he's climbing the pyramid, and they just aren't showing the rest of the movie. I'm like, wait a minute, what? The director just didn't. Michael Bay didn't even notice that. He just said, "Yeah, I won't care." I'm like, what do you mean?
They didn't finish that fight at all. And I don't even really remember how. I remember Starscream. I don't remember how this fight. They blow up that one major robot, I think, that comes out from the first one and kill him somehow. Because they bring Optimus Prime back. Because you kill Optimus Prime, but 30 minutes later you bring him back. Which is the middle finger. If anybody has seen it, I know we've watched it. The original Transformers movie cartoon, where which is really good, by the way. It's old, but it's really good.
When everybody died in the first
scene. Everybody died. Like Optimus Prime dies in that movie, and he don't come back. Like somebody else got to figure it out, which gave his death meaning. Because you're like, oh snap, like he really dead. In this one, they bring him back in 5 minutes, which. Now in every movie, if somebody dies, guess what, Scotty? They come back.
It's the same thing they did with Superman, and Batman v Superman killed him off, and for what? So he can come back the next movie like
30 minutes later, really? 30 minutes of screen time later. So we've set that precedence now. So that was the second one. It got derailed. You know what? Michael Bay said, hey guys, you know what? I'm sorry. I know I know them twins in that second one was a little bit racist, just a smidge. I know it was a little bit goofy, but I'm going to come back with the heat, right? I'm going to come back and I'm going to show y'all, how to really make a Transformers movie, right? We get the third one. We don't get Megan Fox back, but they replace her with another fine girl to do nothing. So I'm in there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give y'all another chance. I'll sit in the movie. I'll watch it. And the movie opens with this.
It had all been shared. So you lied to us. Everything humans know of our planet, we were told had all been shared. So why was this found in human possession?
We were in the dark on this also.
So basically, Optimus Prime, it's like, you lied to us again. All that stuff you told us in the second movie about what had happened. Oh, well, we actually found Transformers on the moon. 60 years ago. You ain't gonna tell us about that? Here we go again. So
for no reason.
this is just a trend. We're gonna do this in every movie. It gets worse. But for this movie, Transformers was on the moon. The what was it? The moon. I will let Jenna Ortega know that you out looking for her. She should be easy to spot. She's only 4'11", but you know.
Wait, is she?
Bro, she's not really 4'11", but she's short.
Like
she's
5'3".
Yeah, she's like 5'2", 5'3". But yeah. So anyway, so the space mission to the moon. Was it the plant the flag on the moon, or like what was it?
That was the first mission just to step foot on the moon, and then they cut out the sequence for like 6 minutes and said y'all got 6 minutes to see what's on there.
Yeah.
And they went in the ship and they got Sentinel Prime out there.
Yeah,
and I thought that was okay. I said, "Oh, cool, we got another Prime out here." And I think who voiced it?
I have no clue.
Oh man, it's on the tip of my. Leonard Nimoy voiced him, the Spock from Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Okay.
I just put it together. Yeah.
Well, tell him I apologize.
He Leonard Nimoy take what he wanted to take.
Look,
Took what he wanted to take. Excuse me.
yeah. So man, this movie is silly. Yeah, okay, they get a new girl. Shia LaBeouf is like he's retired. He's like, look, I ain't doing this Transformer stuff no more. You know, I gotta grow up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta grow up and get away. He's working his job. He's got his new fine chick. He living good. And then was it Bumblebee comes and finds him like, oh, I need your help, or it was something like that.
Yeah. Well, he I can't remember his name. We always talk about. I can't remember his name. The dude that was in The Hangover, he found him because the robots, like the Vulture robot, the Soundwaves robot, was looking for him, and so he spoke to him through the other dude on the toilet, and then he met up with Bumblebee and all them kind of people again. It was
I just forget what they were after in the third one. I remember how it ends, but I don't remember how it starts. I know they had the Nets team going after Transformers that were all over the place, and they were supposed to be hunting them down and killing them. Because I remember that's the one where Optimus Prime at the very beginning like jumps on the big robot, he's hanging on, and then he kills him. It's like, it was kind of ruthless. And
they were looking for a pillar that the humans had, and that one pillar controlled like all 100 of them. Or 1,000 of them rather, and then when they found that's when Old Man Prime killed Ironheart for no reason.
Oh, it had the gateway, did it? The gateway so they could all come through. Yeah, that's what that was about. Yeah, so they had a gateway, but whatever. The plot was stupid. But yeah, man. So this movie, man, it's really went off the rails. You had they oh my god, they had the space scene where they made the Transformers leave. Because what happens is the Decepticons, they get the advantage. I don't remember how. I'll tell you how good the movie is.
They don't tell you how.
Yeah, they get the advantage, and they threaten the humans, and they're like, look, if all the Autobots leave, like, you know, we'll leave you alone and all that, put them in a spaceship, fly them up, and they blow up the spaceship. So like, oh, the Autobots are dead, possibly. So all that good stuff, and it just becomes all out war after that point of the Decepticons trying to take over the planet. And it gets stupid because people, when I tell you, there is not really any Autobots in this movie. There is because Iron Eye dies, he dies. Optimus Prime is alive, but Iron Eye dies, and there's Optimus Prime and just like 5 people. There's 5 other robots in here because they don't have that many, along with those 2 little mini robots that are just there for jokes. Mm-hmm. So, and the Decepticons, them fools have an army. Like Scotty, you have that picture of them like destroying the city.
Yeah, they have hundreds of them doing stuff like this.
Yeah, if you can see this here, this is
city.
Yeah,
they got people flying. They got ships. They have hundreds of ships in the air, piloted by 2 Decepticons at a time. You got Decepticons just stepping on humans in every city, and it's hundreds of them. They even show the scene where it's hundreds of them coming off the moon. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah. So they had to follow the path from the moon, and you can't even tell at this point which robots is which because it's so crazy. But yeah, all these robots are sitting on the moon. Why? No one knows because they have an army enough to take over Earth anytime they want. All they gotta be like, yeah, let's go to Earth, take it out because we have 1,000 robots just ready to blow the whole thing up. Why are they sitting on the moon waiting? I don't know. It's a
That
great.
was just stupid. They weren't just on the moon. They were underneath the moon, like they were sleeping inside the moon, and they just crawled out the moon. And Megatron said, "Hey, come on." That was one of the dumbest scenes ever.
Just waiting on the right time. So basically, they all get down there, and I remember this like it was, Optimus Prime gives a speech, and he's like, "Hey, there's 1,000 of them. It's about 7 of us, but the script will allow us to win." And it's basically what happens because him and a couple humans go into Chicago, which, bro, they're in Chicago. They're in downtown Chicago for like hours. I'm like, bro, you should be halfway across the country by now with this army. Just while you're still in this city, killing one person at a time is stupid, but whatever. So they take their 8 robots, go down there and fight them all in Chicago, and somehow become triumphant while Shia LaBeouf and his squad is falling from building to building, which they're just people, so they should probably be dead. But whatever. They even got the hot chick in there. She doing action stuff. Like, her ass would have fell out that building.
And funny enough, that's Jason Statham's wife.
Yeah, it is. I remember them saying that. But it's complete with silly stuff. Let me back it up. There we go. Silly stuff like this. Optimus Prime is stuck in a rope. He's stuck in a rope. And I know what you're thinking, people. You're like, oh, that can happen. He got stuck for a second. He cut himself down, and got back to the fight. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen too until we saw another battle for 20 minutes, and then he flipped the screen back, and he's still stuck in the rope.
Yeah,
just sitting there.
Do you remember the scene where the Autobots are like really getting it in? Like they're trying to be a little bit stealthy, and they're getting it in, picking off the Decepticons one by one. Do you remember when the scene just switched to the Autobots kneeling on the ground, getting ready to be executed?
Oh, I forgot about that.
How did that even happen? Like, when did they start taking prisoners?
Yo, I forgot. But they were taking Autobots hostage.
Yeah, and then remember they killed the old man robot, who we didn't even know who that was. He was just I
forgot, bro. They're cars. Like, how do you take somebody hostage?
Yo, come on. Like, and when did they start doing that? They don't take hostages for what?
They don't.
That was so stupid.
Oh my goodness. I forgot about that. They were taking them hostage, and they're like, oh, we've lost. It just started taking her. I'm like, you would have killed them before you even got up to them. Like, you gonna put these handcuffs on?
That was the worst scene. And I think someone had cuffs on out of the group.
Scotty, I would not doubt it.
I was in the theater standing up like, how did this happen? Y'all didn't shoot them first? Like, what? Y'all been shooting each other for a whole hour. They must have ran out of ammo. That's what happened. They must have ran out of ammo and went to hands, and all the bots couldn't come with the hands. That's what it was. Stupid.
Yeah, man. It was. I would have preferred that in the movie. It was so stupid. I forgot the guy held hostage. Oh my goodness. I told you we're gonna start remembering stuff about this movie. Okay, so that was 3, right? That was 3. But Scotty, Michael Bay said, hey, you know what? 3 didn't work out. Maybe it's these cast of characters we got, right? Maybe it's just the characters. We can't capture that energy from the first one. Second one was okay. Third one kind of fell off. So maybe we should just change it up. So he calls on your boy,
Mark, stupid, confused ass Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, to save Scotty. Somebody has got to save the franchise. Why not Mark Wahlberg?
He didn't.
I like Mark Wahlberg. I think I like him in a lot of movies. I think he's a pretty decent decent action actor. I like him. I like him.
Do you know what movie he was good in? I'm going to name the one movie he was good in. One movie.
What movie?
The movie with the first movie with Reese Witherspoon when he played the abusive boyfriend. That's the only movie he could act in. because he played a wide range of emotions and stuff. The rest of the movies he is in, he's just confused. What's going on? I don't understand. What are you talking?
Oh, you cut off.
Putting his gun, he is confused at why he's there, when it is, where he is, or what's going on. At every scene, look at his face, listen to what he said. They don't even give him lines anymore. They don't give him lines anymore. They just said, Mark, this is what I want you to do. And that's why he's always confused. It has to be it. They don't give him lines. He just confused guy on the movie. Said, oh, I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting paid to be here. Four Brothers don't exist, Gary.
Yeah, he was good at Four Brothers.
He didn't do well in that movie either. He was confused.
Oh, he was good at that movie. I like.
Oh, he didn't know anything was going on.
Yeah, he did just fine. Anyway,
the whole movie trying to find the gangsters.
Okay, it's a movie. There would be no movie if you just walked there.
About to die. Hold on now.
Oh man, but yeah, so we bring our guy Mark Wahlberg in. They're like, we're gonna reset the franchise. So we got our guy here. Here we go. Yeah, so we got our guy Mark Wahlberg here. We'll play a little bit of the trailer from.
I think we just found a transformer.
The Transformers in the back.
Dad! He was half confused when he said that.
Where is Optimus Prime?
He's fine as hell.
Love messing with people from Texas.
Go back, bro.
Wait. Go back even further than this. Hold on. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I got something to show y'all. Okay, now play it from here. Now hold on now.
Dad! I'm gonna ask you this one.
Up right there. Go back when he starts walking up. Oh yeah, that's the goal right there.
Optimus Prime.
No, wait. When Mark Wahlberg starts walking up, that's the goal.
Oh, my bad. I just want to see her get thrown into the thing. I probably went too far.
All right. Now I want to show y'all something.
All right, I'm play
this is important. Now get ready to pause. Right there.
I just missed him.
Right there is what you need to see. Come on, there it is. There it is. Look how confused he is. He don't know what's going on. We're gonna prove my point today. Nah, we ain't gonna stop till y'all see it. He don't know what's going on. The guy next to him is running. You know why he's running? Because all those black cars and vans rolled up in that rural farm in Texas. Mark Wahlberg says, "What? Let me walk slow up here. I don't know."
He
no,
look, I got this. Don't care about it.
No,
Scotty, he got to be cool and calm. Who else we got to lead the Transformers?
I'm not letting it go. I'm not gonna let it go. Continue though.
Oh man, yeah, I'll let it play. We'll talk through it, but yeah, man, it's a lot of silliness. It's the same thing. What they find Transformers, they've been extinct for a while. Whatever. And actually, this movie opens on that scene right there where they're killing. Let me pause that.
Killing Ratchet.
Yeah, they're killing Ratchet. There's your boy. Yeah, it actually opens, and I thought this movie was going to be different. I'm like, okay, so we haven't seen this before. Basically, they have teamed up with the villain, who I'll show in a second when I let it play. But they've teamed up with the villain, and they're like, we're gonna get rid of the Transformers. We don't need them no more. Decepticons, they gone. You know what I'm saying? We defeated them in the last 3 movies. We fought them. They ain't around no more. We ain't got nothing to worry about. So we contract this killer from space somehow. So I don't know how, but they get to work with him and start taking out. And Ratchet, who's been helping them through the first 3 movies, he's like, I was helping y'all. And they're like, well, he's still helping us. Blah blah. So kill him. And I was like, whoa, like we haven't seen this level of energy and this kind of tone going into the movie. So that was actually really surprising, and that's where the movie opened. And I'm like, all right, we in. We got Mark Wahlberg. Let's see what goes on here. Oh, little did I know. Oh, my boy, Stanley Tucci, who somewhat plays the villain in here, somewhat, I guess. But anyway, he's got this thing going on where he is Tony Stark. I don't know. Tony Stark on freaking steroids. Tony Stark can't pull that off. Where he can have robots, I guess, turn into a dust, or I don't know what it is.
It's like nano machines. They basically go down to nano machines and can teleport.
Yeah, they can
Wow.
teleport and disappear, and they basically ninjas. They can move around and stuff like that. I'm just like, okay, how did he invent this? I don't know. It was almost an Avatar level explanation, like of how he can just put this stuff together. He's a genius. That's why he can do that. So, yeah, he can do that. He can do whatever. But man, Scotty, we get the same stuff. We get now Earth means something different that we didn't tell you before. Because I think this is the one where they're trying to no, that's the next one. I might be wrong. Is this the one they're trying to bring? They're trying to bring Cybertron to Earth. Is this
no? That was number 3. They try to bring Cybertron to Earth, which for no
3. They have the portal. This is, I believe, the one where they actually try to like bring it close.
No. Number 3, the portal was bringing it close.
No. Remember, because they were leaving the moon in the third one.
I know what you're talking about. They left the moon to then be on Earth and then bring Cybertron back. Number 4, the only goal of the movie was for the lockdown to capture Optimus and bring him back to the creator. That's it. Number 4 had that a small plot. It was capture Optimus Prime. That is it.
Okay. Yeah. That might be 5. Because I would not believe had the little girl who's in 5. So I'm one off. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they basically hire this contract killer who is very cool, man. I will give this movie some credit. Let me get past Stanley Tucci because he just annoyed me. But I give this movie credit. Yeah, they're coming in on the spaceships and they should show my boy in a minute. This is my guy. This dude right here. He is the coolest villain we've seen. We really only see Megatron. So he's a badass villain, man. He's cool. Like when I saw this trailer, I'm like, all right, this dude, he got some swagger to him. You know, he walking, got them shoulders moving. Yeah, I got this. You know what I'm saying? He cools up and he even has a cool feature, Scotty. You see it right there. She hiding behind the car. Optimus Prime comes up. And they're going to show him. Oop, gun coming out. What? He got a gun coming out his hand. Look at Optimus Prime getting killed.
He was beating every robot in that movie by himself. At one point, they all came at him, and with both hands, he picked up Optimus Prime, slapped him, picked up Bumblebee, threw him on the ground, all while talking shit.
Yeah, he was knocking him out. I'm like a cool villain. We can get behind this. Somebody who's a threat. We know he ain't BSing because he come in the movie like kills Ratchet, kidnaps Optimus Prime, but the movie kidnaps him because they just take him out the movie. He's gone. Yeah. I'm like, bro, like this was their sell. Like what I'm showing you is the trailer, and this dude, let me find him back. This dude is the selling point. Like he is the selling point of the trailer, right here. This is our guy. When you watch the trailer, bang. That's the selling point of the trailer. And then everybody, running to try to help, destruction, all the good Transformers stuff. So they do that.
Tractor beam and everything on the ship. And it was a bad move. I understand because he thought he had Optimus Prime on the ship. And remember the Mark Wahlberg somehow busted him out with Bumblebee of the ship. Now, obviously, he should have some alarms on that ship to know that he's gone. So he didn't know he was gone until the very end of the movie.
Yeah, no sense. And then he had to come back, and of course he comes back with half the powers he had when he left because he just gets his ass whooped. But also, let's not forget when he's gone, Stanley Tucci out here inventing cool robots to track people down who just to get hacked by the Decepticons so they can become these cool robots who can dust and appear and beat ninjas and hide and cover all that. It's not without your stereotypical characters. There's a character out here who speaks English in an Asian accent, so you can't understand him. Why is a robot doing this? I don't know. It's just fun for the kids. Fun for the kids, I guess.
It didn't make any sense at all, and I'm sure people complained about it then.
Yeah, it was very stereotypical.
Yeah, that was, and then and he was a samurai as well. Don't forget that he was a
samurai because he's Asian.
No, seriously, he was a samurai, and I thought that was the dumbest thing I had seen. You didn't even have to do that. You could have used an existing robot and that's all we needed. They got like 100 robots in each team. Just pick one.
And you've got the daughter who's just there to get captured, or they're not to do much. You got her boyfriend who's trying to prove something to Mark Wahlberg, and he's driving cars that are punching people in the head. I think the clip's in the trailer, but yeah.
And I think the boyfriend thing was weird too. They didn't even have to do this in the movie because they're in Texas, and The boyfriend is something like 22.
He's from Australia.
Yeah, and he's a race car driver, and his daughter, Mark Wahlberg's daughter that he's dating is like 17. And I was like, and Mark Wahlberg even says a couple times, "You're 22, she's 17. Why are you doing this?" He's always legal in Texas. I was like, this isn't the joke that y'all thought it was.
Yeah, they don't have it, but yeah, he's in. They also they got TJ Miller to do our little comedy bits, who's not as good as Bernie Mac and Anthony Anderson, so it's not as good. It's not a good movie, man. It's stupid. I even forget. I don't even remember how this ends. It's just Optimus Prime.
Oh, he ends with Optimus Prime having a cool line and saying, "I'm going to fly to meet my creators." Because remember, Lockdown was trying to take him to his creator.
I forgot. This was the one with dinosaurs.
Yeah, I was going to leave that one out just because it didn't make any sense for him to be there.
Yeah, dinosaur. They have please tell me they got a clip of it. Yeah, they got dinosaurs just run. Oh, there we go. I got it. There we go. Dinosaurs just came in. Why? There he is to the left next to Bumblebee. Why? Who knows? Got a 3-headed dragon because Game of Thrones is popular. Yeah, that's why. These Optimus Prime riding a T-Rex for no reason.
Yeah.
And you talked about it. That part at the end where Optimus Prime is like, gonna go see my creator. It just flies up like Iron Man. I'm like, dude, you've been falling from buildings
the whole movie.
You're using planes. Look, they need to. I remember this now. They need to get somewhere fast in this movie. I forgot where they were going, but they need to go across the planet. This fool, they say, "Hey, y'all, got jets in my boots. Let me go fly over and help them out with light speed." Nope, don't say none of that. They've been falling from buildings for 2 hours, probably 3 hours, knowing Michael Bay with this movie. And at the end, he's like, going to see my creator. Flies off like Tony Stark. I'm like,
yeah.
When can you do that?
Yeah, that it was just bad. And I will say this. No, this movie was really bad. But it was
I didn't remember.
I think maybe it's a little. No, it's might be worse than 3.
Oh, it is worse. It is worse.
And I think
that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I think the next one is a little bit better, just a little bit, not by much.
I will disagree by what I remember because I remember some things about that movie. But so that's 4, y'all. Let's just get past it. Whatever. Michael Bay. 4 didn't work out. 4 didn't work. But you know what? Michael Bay says, he said, look, you know what, guys? I got the right people. I just used them wrong. That was my problem. I had people cast wrong. They need to do different things. You know, I need to brush up my backstory just a little bit more. So they bring back our guy, Stanley Tucci, as Merlin.
Yeah.
He was just in the last movie. Comes out the same. You get the same actor to open the next movie as a different character. As Merlin. They do it again. What do? They go back in time. And let me see if I can find it. Let me share that one.
They go back in time to basically have Merlin help King Arthur fight an invading army with 2 existing Autobots that are just there in a cave. Like it's the last knights of the Autobots. They're just in a cave, just chilling. And then Merlin comes over there and they're just like, nah, you can't come in here and play. He's like, please, I just need some help. He's all right, we're going to send you this dragon. Just get out of my face. And the dragon.
Here it is. I almost, I'm with you. Michael Bay can't keep kidding. He needs to go to jail for making me watch this. We go.
And the dragon, the opening scene, the dragon does not attack the invading army. It's the laziest scene I've ever seen. The dragon flies in the air and falls on the army and rolls over, and then that scene is over. I'm like, what is going on?
Play a little bit of this trailer so I can refresh my mind and refresh for some stuff we forgot. I remember some stuff, but I forgot.
As being said,
they got Anthony Anderson.
Here's the dragon right here.
Without sacrifice.
People, this is a Transformers.
There can be no victory.
World War II.
Oh, remember Bumblebee was helping in World War II.
Yeah, he was, which we didn't know. He was just holding out secrets. Oh, here you go. They got your there you go. That's what they sold. I remember they sold the movie on this. This little girl right here is supposed to be our next action hero. She's cool. Like she comes in, she's tough, whatever, because you gotta be, girl power, all that good stuff. Bro, she's in the movie the first 30 minutes and is gone until the last. They sold the movie on this. Now, this is the trailer. This is what they sold and said, come see this. She's gone the rest of the movie.
Yep.
Or pretty much the rest of it. She comes out at the very end at 3'2", running against some Transformers. Like, yeah, she should be dead, but whatever.
One metal.
I'm turning this. I can't do it.
And that song is awful. Like, I was so tired of it.
Looks awful. I'm sorry, P. I'm sorry I made you even hear that.
And I was annoyed at this too. Like in the movie, when he was floating in space, I was like, what happened to him? Why is he there?
He went to fly to space. Somehow his GPS went off and he just got lost for no reason for this. Obviously, wherever he was going, so something happened. Of course, something happened. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then you got Unicron. The worst part about this movie is Unicron is supposed to be a planet-sized Decepticon that was like, it was only him and like 2 other Decepticons against like 10 different primes that were the size of planets. And he was so strong, he was holding his own, and all the rest of the primes had to actually trap him until Megatron and Optimus Prime wake him up. This movie, they give us the Galactus treatment from the Silver Surfer movie. No, Unicron is planet Earth, and he doesn't do anything except for grow horns the whole movie. But Megatron is cool, though. Megatron has a cool design in this movie. I will say this. That's the only thing I liked about it. I'm like, what is going on? They keep doing this thing where it's like, oh, we got a huge villain coming out. Nah. We're going to just make him do this one thing that no one really cares about. And in this case, he did nothing.
Oh man, Optimus Prime fighting Bumblebee, about to kill him. Oh god, this is gonna be crazy. Okay, so that gives me.
Mark Wahlberg has a sword from Arthur and blocks that attack with the sword.
Let's dial this back. So they go back to Merlin times, right? As you've seen at the beginning there. Optimus Prime, like the Transformers now have been around since Merlin's been around. Who's real in this world? And King Arthur, he was real helping them out way back in the day. So all that lying about where Transformers has come from, this is the 3rd time we done lied in the 5th movie. Okay, let's get out of the way. Okay, so Scotty, I remember this movie. It opens up. Obviously, you got the girl who's supposed to be the hero. They do their little thing. Robot dies, whatever. Points of Mark Wahlberg, all that cool stuff. But forget all that. That's not that fun. We go over to, was it London? We go over to London. And Scotty, we spend some time with a girl who is struggling. Tinder is not working for her. Bumble ain't working for her. Christian Mingles ain't. Scotty, she can't find a man.
Yeah, and she looks like this. Fine as it.
Her. This supermodel walking around. She got regular dudes like, nobody gonna want you. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Bro, like you can't put a supermodel in the movie and then be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody about to look at her like elite. At least if that ain't your type or whatever, they ain't the finest person in the world to you. You ain't gonna be like, oh, she ugly and can't find a man. Like, no one would say that. But her whole family is making fun of her because you can't find a man. Her whole school is making fun of her because you can't find a man. It's just ridiculous. Like, she's some teacher and she has some information, or she knows some information about the history of something that has something to do with Transformers. Who knows? It doesn't matter. And runs into Anthony Anderson, our guy who's narrating us through the movie. So I forget how it happens. Thank God for me. But Mark Wahlberg deals with the robots over the U.S., got to go over there, and he meets her and Anthony Anderson, who I remember they get into some trouble. They show up to Anthony Anderson's house, and he just pulls out like a dress for her, like a tight fitting dress. And I'm like, why do you have this dress in your closet? That don't even make any sense.
You mean Anthony Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins. I'm sorry, not Anthony. Bro, chill, Ron. But yeah, he might be that because he might be a cross dresser. Because I don't know why he has this tight fitting dress in his closet. But anyway, bro, this is where this gets crazy. Andy Anderson was a Transformers expert in the history. God, I can't even say historian of Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh man, the Transformers have been here all through time, and he's the one tells about Merlin and all that. Bro, we go back to like there is a picture on the wall of Frederick Douglass, like the Autobots help free the slaves. Like Harriet Tubman and he's like all these people on this wall have dealt with the Transformers before. He has Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman, like the freaking Autobots were the Underground Railroad.
Mm-hmm.
Lie to you not, it is in the movie. I don't have a picture of it. I could probably find one, but let me see if it's in this trailer. But this is real.
Yep, and he had my favorite robot in Autobots, Hot Rod, who is, he has a French accent that no one can understand in the movie on purpose. He was one of the ones that were helping free the slaves in the movie. I watched that and I said, you know what? If y'all could do all that, y'all could have made world peace a long time ago.
They got Transformers helping free the slaves, man. Oh man, let me see if I can.
All the slaves should have been free if that was the case. Every single, not a single one should. I don't know. They could have kept that out because now I just have questions. I don't have anything.
Like I feel like the movie doesn't want you to think about it like that hard, but you have no choice. But once you see it, you got to think. Can I bring this up bigger? Here we go. All right, let me share this tab. Can you see that?
No.
Oh, that's because it thinks not on there. There we go. Yeah. So that's the actual photo from in the movie. So I'm not lying to you. Harriet Tubman is on the wall, and he literally says all the people on this wall like have had encounters with Transformers before. It makes zero sense, right? It's like you're thinking about it too hard, but it's like I can't help it if you're gonna put that in the movie for me. So anyway, we got to deal with that. Freaking I don't even remember. They got this robot in there who's just doing weird stuff, but he has the super action power that's along with Anthony Anderson. Like,
oh, you mean the butler? That's like he's like 6'1" robot.
Yeah, but he can grab giant robots by the finger and hold them in some lock like they're human beings.
Yep. For some
odd reason, I don't know.
And then on top of that, speaking of weird robots, we have Megatron, who has a really cool design. And they threw away the thing from the last movie where he could like become nano machines and teleport short distances. No explanation. He just now has a new body. And he has new bodies, I guess, to mirror the other Autobots in the movie that are like old knights. And then there's a scene where he's looking for his crew. And he knows where his crew is. And it gets some Decepticons are in jail. All right. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. How do you like look at this? This is crazy.
In for bank robbery, aggravated assault, murder, double murder, triple murder, 9 dead. Didn't even take them.
Like, why?
Why is a robot robbing a bank?
Why? That's what I'm saying. Why is he robbing a bank? There is nothing that not only did he rob a bank, but they put him in jail. Since when have they been putting Decepticons in jail? For what?
How? There's a better question. How did you go? Like I said, like when they took the robots hostage, you go up, put handcuffs on them, freeze, hold it right there, put your hand. Like, how is he in jail? It don't make no sense. And the thing that you were seeing, they do this Suicide Squad. It's like a direct ripoff from Suicide Squad. Mm-hmm. If you remember Suicide Squad, when they introduced the characters, they would put their name up, their charges, like kind of star villain or 5-star assassin, whatever. They do the same exact thing here. And it's like, wow, like you're going to rip off a movie that just came out like that hard?
And the worst thing is his whole crew dies in 5 seconds.
They're not even important.
Like he asked for these people, they name them, they all have dialogue. One of them is supposed to be a black guy, so he had to put us in there somehow.
Oh, I forgot about him.
And he dies first. He had dreads. That's how I knew he's black. He put dreads on him. It's like, come on, man.
You can't have a normal robot with a black actor just voicing him.
And they had Josh Duhamel in there, right? Who was all the rest of them, except for number 4. But he's in there, and they don't even reference what his character has been doing. They don't even reference, like, they don't even make it seem like he knows anybody in the movie. Not even Bumblebee. Like, Bumblebee, I think he sees Bumblebee, and they kind of like have a second of like, oh, hey, I know you. And that's it. I'm like, what's the point of him even like being there? I like, there was so much pointless. And then the worst part about the movie, other than the part I just mentioned, which is awful, is Megatron was cool in the first one.
I got you wrong. Go ahead.
Got his ass whooped in the second one badly after just coming back to life and had new technology. Third one, never healed himself at all. I was still missing. Just put a turban on. Got his ass whooped again.
The cool turban. Just to look cool. No reason he didn't get himself fixed, but the turban looked too good. He couldn't take it off.
Yeah. Fourth one came back to life again and had an all new technology. Got a sword through the chest and just ran away. In this one, Bumblebee cuts off his arm and slaps him out of the ship. I said, where is the villain at in this movie? In this movie right here, this last movie, they try to make it seem like Megatron is a focus of the movie, and he does look cool, but there is no villain.
Like, yeah, there really isn't.
There's that small robot that slaps Decepticons and Autobots around and says, yeah, now I control you. They slap her out the ship.
Yeah, the lady...
Quintessa,
sorcerer, whatever witch, whatever she is.
They slap her out the ship too. So I'm like, yo, you literally just one shot at both villains in the last 10 minutes of the movie, and had this dragon come down for nothing. What's the dragon here for? We just slapped the villains out the ship. It's over, bro. And then I'm like, yo, y'all just the whole 3 hours I watched this just for y'all to slap them one time.
Oh man.
No stakes. Stakes were not high.
I forget the villains that they spent this 20 minutes or really not that long, but like 10 minutes doing the Suicide Squad interest die in like 5 seconds. They literally die and they're in the beginning of the movie and they're just gone. I don't even know who the villain. I just remember they're bringing the planet. They're bringing Unicron to Earth.
No. Unicron is Earth.
Oh yeah, Unicron is Earth. I forgot.
Ridiculous.
Why? Because we say so. Yeah, so Unicron is Earth, and they're bringing the other robot or whatever thing to Earth. Oh, man, it's just make no sense, man. I don't even. The more we talk about it, I'm like, what the heck was this movie about? I don't even remember. All I remember is Mark Wahlberg. This is where he gets the sword and And obviously Optimus Prime, he's turned into like a little mini villain until they flip him back over in 10 minutes because they can. You got Mark Wahlberg down there with some mini little sword because he's the last knight related to Merlin or something stupid. He's the last. It was
so stupid. He was blocking Autobots that are like 100 tons with his sword.
Yeah, he's getting attacked by giant robots. It just.
I'm telling you, Mark Wahlberg. I am telling y'all. I done told y'all, but he was confused. But that made sense to be confused while you're blocking those. But after the first time, he was still. Look, man, get him out of here. Yeah. And they did, because the new Transformers movie is a sequel to the Bumblebee movie, which I had to say the Bumblebee movie was done well. It had a goofy army colonel in there, but it was done well.
Yeah. This would be, I just forgot. Yeah, they bring the girl back at the end. Humans are fighting robots again. It's a wash, man. It's just like, oh man, I forgot about y'all see why I hate her. This is why I hate this series so bad. And we had to do the trailer for Beast Wars or whatever they're calling it, Revenge of the Beast. Who knows? But it's like, bro, if you've done movies like this for so long, and I heard Michael Bay's off, so thank God. You should obviously go to jail for putting some nonsense like this together. He should go to jail. But yeah, man, it's just this overall series has just done this over and over again. I hope to God they stop. The new one looks different. So obviously it's different director, different, I guess, visual style, robot style, whatever you want to call it. So maybe there's some hope there, but until I see it, I would not believe it. And this is why I quit. I was just like, yo, I'm done. I didn't watch Bumblebee. I was like, nope. When this new one, which I heard is okay, when this new one came out, I was like, nope, no. You just put me through 5 like this. Oh man, these movies is like usually the first one I would probably say is a home run. The second one I would say it's probably run of the mill ish. I think it was all right. After 3, bro, they're all fucking bullshit. Like I'm just lying. They're all terrible. They're all strikeouts in our rating book. So
yeah, Bumblebee, I'd give it price of admission. I really liked what they did with it. It was a little bit slow, kind of like the first one. It reminded me of the first one. That's why I'm excited for this one, because it's supposed to be a direct sequel to Bumblebee. And it's the same directors that, and the writing in the last one was pretty good. And they're just kind of speeding it up to bring in like Beast Wars basically from the show. And I enjoyed the show, even though looking back on the show now, that show is not very good either.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So just to wrap it up there, that is why we hate Transformers so much. It's bad. I knew that take a bulk of the show. But just getting past that. Okay, so they want me to show you a video on Twitter. Let me find that. And that'll be the last thing. That'll be the last thing we do before we get out of here. But we want to just talk about our list, what we're watching. We did it last week. We won't do the whole visual thing, but Scotty, let us know, is there anything new that you've added to your list, anything you currently want to watch, and let us know about it.
I have added. Now, I'm still watching Overlord, the anime. I'm on the 3rd season now, and I've really enjoyed it so far. It has 4 out so far, so I'll finish that hopefully by maybe a week and a half from now. I'm still watching Legacies. I'm on season 3 of that. I think it has 4 or 5 seasons of that. And I finished White Noise, and I thought that was very well done. Adam Driver and Don Cheadle in that movie about the rich people that there's an airborne virus that came out. So they gotta realize, they gotta learn how to live while being rich, but their wealth doesn't matter. I thought that was kind of cool. It was a little slow, but I liked it. And I added on to the list The Watcher from Netflix. It's about a guy, a rich lawyer, and his wife that is like an art gallery person. You already see her art, so I thought that's a little weird. But they buy a mansion for like $3 million. And as soon as they buy the mansion, they start getting letters basically saying, hey, I'm stalking you. But they're not telling them to move out. It's just like, hey, I'm stalking you. So just know that I'm here. And they get a letter like every other day about being stalked. And then everybody in the entire neighborhood is weird. Like they're like, and they're a different kind of weird. Like one of his neighbors is always staring at them and making them weird pies. And her husband is secretly sneaking in the house every day and just scrunching up in the dumbwaiter just for no reason. And then she thinks it's okay that he does that. Then you got another neighbor who is just plain old odd. Like she thinks she can decorate his house and his yard and thinks it's weird that he doesn't like that. And so on and so on. Everyone is weirder than the next person. And so I'm on the last episode of that now.
Okay. You got a slate full.
Huh?
Sound like you got a slate full.
So far, I'm going to say this about The Watch. I do not recommend that as a watch. I recommend if you put that on your list, put it way at the bottom, like at the bottom. You need to watch Mystery Man. But you put Mystery Man on your list?
No. Actually, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it today.
I knew that. I know why I asked.
I'll
what did you add to your list of apparent 500 things that you got that don't really exist?
Yeah, I have 500 things. Hold on, let me pull up real quick. Add a couple things, but currently from last week, everything I had, I still got to watch. I didn't even have a chance to get to it because I'm currently watching Wednesday, The Last of Us, which I watched. Obviously, I've caught up with it. It's episode 3, fantastic show. I talked about it last week that I wanted to see it, and it's been great, man. One of my favorite things out. Took the Game of Thrones slot for a reason. So so yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot. I know I have. Let me see. I have The Shape of Water, which won.
That was good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. So The Shape of Water, which won the Oscar a couple of years ago. So I put that to my list. I was reminded to put Magic Mike, which I never seen Magic Mike. I went crazy about seeing a bunch of buff dudes around dancing, whatever. But I've heard I know, I've heard it's a fantastic movie, and I heard what's his name? Not Channing Tatum. Other dude. What's the dude from Texas? Matthew McConaughey. That's it. Matthew McConaughey. I heard he's great in that movie. So I added that to my list, and then also Parasite, the movie that won Best Picture 2 years ago. I think it debuted on Netflix. It's
I don't remember what that is.
I think it's a Japanese movie. It won Best Picture. I heard it's an awesome movie, because when I heard about it, I was like, oh, I need to check that out. So I added those, but like I said, I was watching Wednesday. That's great. Go watch The Last of Us, man. If you haven't watched it, video game, movie, everybody probably knows The Last of Us, but yeah. It's a show. It's been great. I actually didn't play the game. I know, Scotty, you did, so you know the story. For me, it's a surprise because I've never played the game before, but just watching it, like, I'm like, okay, I'm well engaged. I'm loving what I see. So yeah, there you go. Gary. Parasite is solid. Yeah, I gotta watch that. Also, y'all let us know what you're watching right now. We'll talk about it. We'll add some stuff to our list. So go ahead and throw it in the chat what you're watching right now. Okay, so I found, so they want me to we'll do this and then we'll wrap up. So they want me to play you this music video that boy Ron, let me get this on the screen share. He showed us the other day. It's one of the worst music videos I've seen. Obviously, it's on that crazy level bad. Like, what was the little, like, the Friday, like, remember the
Rebecca Black?
Like, that
Rebecca
level.
Black. Yeah, don't disrespect Rebecca Black though.
Oh my God! Like, she paid for college off that song. All right, so here we go. All right. Let me see. So this is Pound on My Muffin. You'll get. I've seen this, but you will get Scotty's live reaction. They want you to put a rating onto this music video.
All right. Let me sit up so I can pay attention. Oh no. Oh, yeah.
I know you miss this muffin. I know you miss this muffin. I know you miss this muffin. I know you miss this muffin.
The diamonds, the bracelets, the bling and Swarovski. Disguised gold diggers, what they often call me. Hustling, pushing what I'm copping. Cheaping for free on that bomb hypnotic. My shades are Versace and my drawers are a secret. So sexy in Victoria's Secret. I keep it lit, cause I should do you better than a first aid kit, kid. I'm a very freaky girl, don't give it up for nothing. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. I'm a girl, don't give it up for nothing. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. Pound on my muffin, pound on my muffin. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. Back and forth, just like monkey in the middle. Tease him right there while I'm blazing on his fiddle. If you wanna fuck with me, you gotta solve the riddle. I'm a down ass bitch and a player just a little. Fuck with me, you ain't getting any lovin'. A player like you just wanna pound the muffin. Fake it till it's done while I'm puffin' on you, puffin'. Bouncing out, dick poppin'. You ain't leave me nothing. You ain't leave me nothing. You ain't leave me nothing. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't leave me nothing. Surprise him with my ass, got a fatty on my back. He gave me free weed and hash in the sack. Now he thinks he a pimp daddy Mac, but he rise of us. He ain't even got a lack. I'm a very freaky girl, don't give it up for nothing. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. I'm a very freaky girl, don't give it up for nothing. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. Pound on my muffin, pound on my muffin. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin.
Pound on her muffin, yeah, good. And she called me to come and screw it. And knock the berries out that thing, and then I lick it all around. And she telling all her friends how I straight up beat it down. To the telly where I meet her, she know how I beat her. And she loves how a nigga treat her. Bitch can never play me, she getting money daily. And I hit it running trains on her like lately, huh?
I'm a very freaky girl, don't give it up for nothing. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. All he wanna do, all he wanna do, all he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. I'm a very freaky girl, don't give it up for nothing. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin. Pound on my muffin, pound on my muffin. All he wanna do is just put pound on my muffin.
Left you there. Back in 412. Missed this fat muffin. Too bad. Deuces.
Okay.
I better see her wearing that shirt everywhere she goes, so we know who she is. So all right, let's talk about this. Let's do a lyric breakdown for a second.
We'll break it down. All right, go ahead.
When he started rapping, is when it was already going downhill. When he started, he said he hits it and he runs trains on it. I ain't heard a line like that since I was a kid. My man's is get him out of there. I need to find his name so I can report it. I want to report that page.
You notice like all of these like terrible all-time music videos always has some rapper that just shows up and just makes it worse. Like you're like, got some black dude in here. I'm saved. And then he takes it from here and it's just
he reminds me of Mr. Bridge.
Who?
Remember the dude that says, I see weed like ocean seaweed?
Oh my god. Rob said he's a semi-famous rapper now. So
no, he's not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nah. No, he's not.
It was Scrub from U2 when he was about to blow up.
Yo, they were snorting the muffin sugar.
Yeah, they were there like they were cooking up drugs and it was just candy. And they did all that. They took all that time to put. No, hold on. My favorite part was remember when she pulled the muffins out the oven and they already had icing and everything already. Like how you had that in the oven.
Why was my man sleeping the whole music video?
Oh my gosh!
The first scene he's sleeping, in the middle he's sleeping, and at the end he's sleeping. Well, why is he in the music video if all he did was sleep?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and it wasn't no muffins. It was cupcakes. I was looking for the muffins.
Oh man!
She better wear that. She better wear that logo, the muffin logo, on everything she wears. She better get that on everything. I'm gonna send me the link so I can report that. I'm gonna make a Twitter just so I can report it.
Oh my goodness! Hey, that's a legendary all-time video. Can't be taken down.
Oh yeah, what?
Song pound on my muffin. God dang, that's too funny. Oh man, well there you go. You got Scotty's live reaction. Would you rate that? Would you rate that?
What?
Would you put it on the rating scale?
That was worse than Rebecca Black's first song. That was worse. How they get it worse? At least her song had meaning. It was Friday. She was excited about Friday.
And it was catchy. It's Friday.
I still listen to that when I go on vacation if it's a Friday.
Bro, do you remember that one with the that other one? It wasn't Friday, but it was like the same producer of the person that made Friday, and it had like Chinese the Asian girls.
Yeah, Chinese food.
It was I gotta hold on. Let me real quick. I'm not about to play this whole thing.
The Main.
Yeah.
Yo, that dude made a killing off of them two music videos.
Bro, he did. Let me see if I can find it real quick. We can get out of here.
I think it's just called I Like Chinese Food.
Yeah.
That shit was awful.
This joint was not only awful, but stereotypical.
But still better than this video. This move was awful.
我宁可现在做个松饼，我告诉你，你就加些松饼粉，可能加个蛋。哎，我今天锁我的门了吗？哦，我们再加个些牛奶，500cc 就够了。哎，我的杯子呢？算了，倒进去随意就行了。
I go clubbing, then I'm hugging, then I'm hungry, and I'm walking on the street, and I'm getting grumpy.
Oh my goodness.
I see child by my right, I smell food in the air. It's
Yeah, I will get copyright for this because I have no idea the limitations on this are.
You gotta show like the hook, man. That's the most important part.
I just love the part where she come out. There we go. They got copyright. Oh. When she come out after balling. Like she's not 12. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me find it. I know the part where
Yo, and the same panda dude, yo.
Yeah, it's the same dude. Hold on. I gotta Hey Ron, throw me the link of the Crip Mac and I'll play it for him. Where's the part with I think it has a part with the geisha girls who are not Chinese. Oh, there it is.
That might be it. Yeah.
Yeah, here it is right here.
Chinese food, you know that it's true.
Jesus.
Yo.
Oh man, that show. I'm about to get my channel taken down for this.
Yo, I just want to report these people.
I'll send it to you, Mike. It's worth a little. Also, that dude in this video needs to go to jail. He over here hanging around these freaking 12-year-olds.
Yeah, these 12-year-old kids. Like, come on,
bro, black dude, bro. He need to go to jail. All right, let me see. Ron, put the Crip. Can you put the thing in here? Put the link in here, and I'll show him that. Dude, we will get up out of here, man. Oh man, but I remember that. I remember that drop, and I was like, "What? This is worse than Friday."
Yes, Friday was a classic.
Oh man, yeah, that one. I love Chinese food, bro. They had geisha girls in there, like they not Japanese.
Yeah,
geisha girls ain't even. Oh, wait, he said put it in there. Where is it? I don't see it.
Mike, I don't think they were Asian, honestly.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't see any links in here. Maybe they can't put links in here.
They should be able to. If not, I could find. Hold on, I could find it. Just give me a minute. Sharing that. Screen. I can find it. So, give me 1 second. Get out of here. Scotty, while I'm doing this, tell them what we got upcoming.
Oh, tomorrow we got the Bachelor episode, and I have a lot to say about this episode because I wasn't supposed to like it. I love this episode. Like I was like over the moon for this episode. I wrote down a page and a half of notes, like straight up, not skipping lines, because I love the entire episode. Not a single part that I not like. That never happens for a dating show for me. It hasn't happened since Flavor of Love, the classic, the best dating show, because they love Flav. But yeah, she is. Yeah, she's on the list. She's on the list. Don't worry, she's on the list. But we got that, and we're gonna talk about Fate because Darian finally watched About Fate after like 4 months of me trying to get to watch.
Yeah, we talk about that tomorrow.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't finished it, but
yeah,
I know it is.
Mike,
I know it's about. So.
Mike, I knew it was going to happen. I knew when I asked him he was going to say no. I just asked him.
No, I got it. We'll review it tomorrow. I got it.
Yeah, if you don't watch it by tomorrow, we got all weekend. But yeah.
Okay, here it is. Okay, I found it.
Yo, when she microwaved that chicken, I was done. Flav said nah. Because Flav, like, have you ever seen Flav eat chicken? He used to eat chicken like John Witherspoon. It's awful.
All right, so there we go. Let me go ahead and add this up here. I'll show you this this Crip Mac. This gonna have me. This gonna have me.
If I can get my seat right, yo, my seat is messed up today.
Yeah, what's going on with your seat? Yeah, I see you keep moving over there.
Yo, because she got this seat over here with this cushion, and the cushion keep moving to the left. So I got one ass cheek on the thing.
All right, I might have to break. Let me see what part this is. I might have to break this up so we don't get copyrighted and pause it and talk about it. But yeah. So no jumper. He was doing his interview with this dude, Crip Mac, and then Ron showed me this video. We were dying laughing. So he's talking about. So he asked him. Which rappers he's messing with right now, like which artists, and he asked him what like artists that we wouldn't expect him to mess with that he's been listening to.
for instance, like that, something like that would surprise us.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But look,
I wouldn't
Lil Nas.
Okay, so this is Lil Nas. All right, there we go. So he's a Lil Nas. You mess with him, and you wouldn't expect it.
And Hannah Montana's pops. What's her name? God damn
Billy Ray
it.
Cyrus.
Lil Nas and Bill.
Oh,
Yeah. So Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm just doing this so we can get copyrighted.
Yo, what is that show
Billy Ray
about?
Cyrus.
I came out with that hotel
Seeing
roll.
clips. What is that
fucking
show
with
about?
Get up and I spin this motherfucker just like this with the 5 on my head on hood. I ain't even gonna lie. I like that motherfucker.
You did?
Okay, now this is the part. So I set that up. So watch this part, man. This joint had me dying. So watch, listen to what he says.
Oh yeah, that was a hit.
Yo, the world is getting a lot more progressive because we got C-Mac the Loke on the podcast expressing support for an openly homosexual rapper. That's cool.
Oh, it's called that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck her. He's more like a Takashi 6ix9ine. I like that song with cause I never knew.
That's not cool.
Oh, I can't see. I couldn't see the whole thing. It broke up.
Oh, is it good?
Bro, I heard what he said, but I couldn't see it. I couldn't see how he was acting.
Well, that was a big point. He was expressing an interest for an openly gay rap. He's like, oh, it's cause that. Hold on,
what is that show even about? Because every time I see a clip of the show, it's like two girls on one side and there's two guys on the other side, and they just yelling at each other.
Yeah, I don't watch The Jumper, but he's just interviewing people, but they talk a lot of gossip and rappers.
Oh, okay.
From what I've seen, I don't watch it, but they all watch it and they like love No Jumper. So I've seen clips of it. It's pretty good, but I'll try to replay it.
Cool.
Oh, it's called that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck her. He's more like a Takashi 6ix9ine. Fuck her.
Bruh. This is my favorite part, though. Watch what he says, right? Watch what Adam's on the left. Watch what Adam says after.
I liked how the song went, cause I never knew cuz was gay on hood.
So that's not cool with you?
That shit ain't nifty on 50s.
See, that I think the gang world needs to get a little bit more open-minded to that.
Bro.
Yo, there's gay gangsters everywhere.
The gang needs to get more open, bro. Oh my goodness. All right, people. We've been doing this for a while. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So anyway, so we talked to Transformers. We got that out the way. So upcoming, we will talk Wednesday again. Let me get a little more into it, Gary, and I'll hop back on and we'll have a little more open discussion. We'll put in another open field and talk about it. I'll let you know ahead of time so you know it's coming. But yeah, finish that. So like Scotty said, we're going About Fate tomorrow. Going to review that. We got Bachelor. We're going to do our Bachelor recap. Scotty loved episode 2 apparently, so he's got a lot to talk about. He's gonna go, I guess, on a rant on that from some stuff that was in there. We will talk that. Crazy. Hey, happy Black History Month. Yeah. Appreciate you, Ron. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, Gary. Yeah, I just be on no joke. Yeah, I could not believe that's a real dude, bro.
Yeah,
it's too funny. Yeah. So About Fate. Am I missing anything? No,
I think we got something.
I think that's good. You're gonna talk about, you have this upcoming. You're gonna talk about James Gunn came out with a list for stuff he's gonna work on for DC. So I know you're gonna talk about that and what you like upcoming that he's talked about. Man, we have a list of stuff we were going on, but next will be Bachelor, About Fate, and all that. Also, too, got us our guys over there actually watching us on playback. So there's the link for playback, everybody. Over there, man, guys, the best damn media group. We're all over there. We can watch sports. We can watch YouTube like they're watching us right now. We can watch pretty much any live sport or YouTube event, and hopefully they'll add more stuff in the future. But we also watch The Bachelor up there, so that is a great time. We've done it 2 weeks in a row. Had a super fun time doing it. We just get lost in conversation and have a good time watching 30 girls compete over a man. So definitely a good time. Tap in there. Also, Best Damn Media is our group, and you can find that on Twitter. You find it on Instagram. They have TikTok as well. I got Ron Kills with a TikTok, so definitely shout out them, or I guess us. I'm a part of that group. But doing good work, man. So for us, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. But Scotty had a lot to say today, right? We had a lot to say, especially about the Transformers series. So if somebody out there actually likes Transformers and they have a problem with what you said, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at ScottyGetDown1 or TikTok at KCorono. If they want to criticize your points about Transformers always changing the origins, where can they find you?
I don't know if you can honestly criticize that because I just presented you facts. But if you want to find me, man, I am Flyknit Johnson, both on Instagram and TikTok. Well, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, we're starting dropping our TikToks tomorrow. So I got a couple that'll go out and we're going to start cutting them up and try to get them out every day. I know, Scotty, you just got your green screen in. So you're going to have some comic book stuff that should be entertaining to watch, especially your comics, your superheroes. This guy, he knows his stuff. So he's going to talk about upcoming things like that. But I am also on Twitter at CityBoyQuentin. Talk sports up there. Also talk movies. And my Twitter also shadows for Minor League Films Twitter. So starting next week, I'm holding myself to it. I will put our schedule out. That way you'll know when to find us, when to come talk to us, and all that good stuff. So our Twitter. But again, people, let me not be selfish. I'm not the only one that hated Transformers. So you talk to Scotty, you talk to me, you disagree with both of us, but you want to do it at the same time. Go ahead and talk to us at Minor League Films. We're Minor League Films pretty much everywhere. Facebook is still coming, but the TikTok's out, Instagram, I got to work on, but it's out. You can find me on Twitter, which is the same thing. And yeah, pretty much. Also, we got our email, man, minorleaguefilms@gmail.com. So I know Gary hit me up on Twitter, and he was like, hey, man, I want you to watch Wednesday. Hey, maybe you're not connected with me on Twitter. Hit our email. We got Hacksaw Ridge that we'll put in the docket to do. If you want us to talk something or got some criticisms, you want us to get something better, you tell us got to get those plants out the back and get a better background. You know, we take all criticism, man. So everything at Minor League Films. Hold on, we got another. Oh, here you go, Mike. Hit that button. He reminded me to hit that button, man. Yeah, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. Tap in with my guy Mike. He also talks sports. He's also the Best Damn Media Group and also the Fans Edge. So tap in with him. He's always in here. We appreciate you. Man, but yeah, man, that was a fun show. I didn't know how long it would take us to get through it, but I knew Transformers was going to be a bit. But yeah, man, that's a good time. That definitely will be cut up some videos and throwing on TikTok. But yeah, appreciate you, Gary.
It's a light skinned this fish.
Hey, it's Black History Month for everybody. Y'all know who his ancestors are.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, man, it was a good time. Appreciate y'all joining us. Scotty, you got any last words for the people?
Nah, man. Just maybe go watch Transformers movies over again. If you liked them before, listen to this video and then watch them again. See if you still like them.
Yeah, you probably did some stuff. I forgot about it. I was like, man, I know the stuff is upcoming. But hey, y'all, we getting out of here. It's been a fun show. Our longest show yet. But hey, content is rocking. We'll keep going. So hey, have a good night, everybody. Make sure you subscribe. Have a good night.
All right.